Washed in the water, washed in the blood of His grace. Oh, hallelujah, I've been washed in the water, washed in the blood of because of you. Oh, hallelujah. And I'm clean,
beauty, glory, and creation, now revealed in you are Christ. What a beautiful name it is. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is. The name of Jesus. We didn't want heaven without us. So Jesus, you brought heaven down. Your sin was great, your love was greater. What could separate us now? What a wonderful name it is. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a wonderful name it is. Nothing Thank